Guys, I just wanted to close out from yesterday again. Did end yesterday with 30 points. If you watched yesterday, you saw that I was hoping that when I got home, my husband had made the chicken. It's like a chicken kebab on a plate, so no stick, and he did, and it was delicious. Unfortunately, that means that there was a chicken wrapper in the trash can. And anytime that happens, and I don't throw it away, my dogs will get in the trash can. And of course, today they got in the trash can. So I'm on my way home, and Norm's not very happy with my dogs. So I'm going to have to make sure that they're crated tomorrow, which I hate. But anyway, I had that for dinner. And then for dessert, I had my normal dessert, which is I take 4 or 5 tablespoons of the light Cool Whip, and I take a chocolate pudding cup, and I mix it together and make like a chocolate mousse. I whip it, and it satisfies me. Sometimes I just take the whipped cream and I will put something else in it, like pumpkin spice, or I've put vanilla in it, just anything to give it just a little more flavor. I mean, I could eat the Cool Whip by itself, honestly, but I do it that way so that, you know, I have a little chocolate. Tonight, as I'm headed home, I have 12 points left over for the day. So I had a, sorry, I'm trying to change lanes. So I had a, what did I have for breakfast? Oh, I had a Thomas's bagel, like flat bagel, what do they call it? Bagel thins, everything, for 3 points. I had some low-fat cream cheese for 1 point, literally had less than a teaspoon. I don't like a whole lot of cream cheese anyway. I mean, well, that's not true, but I can live with not a whole lot of cream cheese. So I had less than a teaspoon for 1 point. And then for, oh my gosh, that's terrible. You can't even see me. And then for lunch, I had one of the steamers again, which was 3 points today, because what I did is when they're frozen, the cheese is like one layer on the top, and I took like half of that off, and everything else is just vegetables. So if it's supposed to be like 4 points, I figured it should have been 2, but since I don't know if I got like 100%, like half of the cheese off, or like if there's any other things, I gave myself 3. So I did 3 points for that. I did my Dan and Layton Fit yogurt for 2 points. Yay! I did strawberry. It was delicious. And then what else did I have? I had an apple today, and oh my gosh, there was something else I had at lunchtime. Oh, I did my 5 slices of the low-fat carving board turkey, or not carving board, deli fresh turkey for 1 point. Now, I know some deli fresh turkeys are like 0 points for, I'm trying to move my holder around so that I can get the sun out of my, out of your face. Anyway, I know some of the turkey is 0 points, but the one I have is 1 point for like 5 slices. So I had my 5 slices of that. On the way home today, I was, I'm still not feeling really well, so I knew I was kind of munchy. I'm still fighting the urge to stop and buy French fries on the way home out of boredom. Part of talking to you guys is killing that boredom, so that I'm not eating French fries and whatever else. So thanks for that. And so instead of buying the French fries today, because I had, you know, so many points at the time, I went ahead and had a Smart Food popcorn for 3 points, and one of the Laughing Cow cheese dippers with already has the breadsticks in it for 4 points. So I'm pretty satisfied right now. I don't feel like I need to munch on something. Again, that's mostly out of boredom because my ride is so long. But since I ate those on the way, and I told you I always make sure that I eat them, or I am eating them right in front of McDonald's and Chick-fil-A, which are the only 2 fast food restaurants that I'm willing to go to that I pass. There's a Burger King that like fell. There's a Burger King that's really close to my job, but I used to eat there for lunch a lot, and it's kind of gross. Like, I don't know. I'm not a Burger King fan, never have been, but this particular Burger King, I don't know. I don't think they're very busy. Nothing against Burger King if you love Burger King, but I don't think they're very busy. So they, like, their food is always like cold, or it tastes like it's not, I mean, it's not fresh, but it tastes like it doesn't have any like flavor to it. So I won't stop at Burger King. So I try to eat my snacks when I'm like right in front of McDonald's, and it needs to last until I get to, in front of Chick-fil-A. And once I do that, I'm out on the highway. So, you know, once I'm on the highway, I'm not going to pull over to get, French fries. So, you know, you guys are probably sick of hearing that, but that's the truth. So you guys also help me out by letting me talk for a few minutes. So anyway, so tonight, I don't know what is for dinner. I told you I did not meal prep on Sunday. I did not grocery shop on Sunday. So I'm not prepared for this week, although I've done really well. I've stayed within my points. I still have 12 points for tonight. And I still have like 25 weeklies or 20 weeklies, something like that. So I'm doing really well with that. Usually when I get to Wednesday, if I still have like 20 of my weeklies, and today's Wednesday, I feel like I'm doing okay. So I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to go camping this weekend. We love to camp. We love to hike. We're tent campers. We want an RV. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you that story one day about how we missed the RV deal of the century. But anyway, I would love to go. I want to go camping this weekend, and we normally camp in PA, and we wanted to try like West Virginia or someplace different. We like to camp by a waterfall, not by waterfalls, but like somewhere where we can get to a waterfall and go hiking. I'm not doing any exercise right now. I don't have an exercise regimen. I used to run. I used to get on the treadmill, but I really haven't started anything. This is the 26 pounds that I've lost, 25 and a half, if you believe the scale this morning, has all been because of Weight Watchers food. It has not been that I've been on the scale at all. But I've been really busy learning a new grade because I'm teaching a different grade this year. I have a lot of responsibilities at my job. I wear a lot of different hats. I've been busy with that. Then I've come home and literally gone to bed. So, you know, Norm asked me today, do I want to go camping this weekend? And I really do. I just told him not to make a reservation yet until I see how I feel the rest of the week. I took some Robitussin this morning. Did I take Robitussin? Yeah, I took Robitussin this morning. And it's kind of an expectorant. So at first, like, I felt really bad because it made me cough, like, terribly. And then it got better, like, for the day. And then about, I don't know, like 1 o'clock, the cough came back, like, with a vengeance. And I took a Mucinex, but I took a Mucinex pill and not the liquid, and I feel like it didn't do much. I'm still coughing pretty bad. I am drinking a ton of water. I have a big, huge thing of water, and then because I have to keep my throat wet, because if I don't, I'm just coughing all day. So my water intake has been good, which was my goal for the week. Water intake and protein. And I think my protein has been pretty good this week as well. I still need to figure out the fiber situation, because there's a situation. Anyway, I'm feeling pretty good this week as far as my points go. I'm hoping for a loss. I'm so close to a new century that I just really, really want that. So I probably won't get it. I'll probably get right at the 0. But anyway, so I'd like to go camping this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to go. But I don't know. Like, my thought is I feel good all day, and I could probably be okay hiking and doing all those things. My fear is at night. So I'm kind of a baby when it comes to being sick at night. I'm okay during the day, but when it comes to nighttime, like, I want to be left alone. I don't want you to touch me. I want to be in my soft, cushy bed. I want my pillows. I want my blankets. And when we go camping, we sleep on an air mattress and a tent, which, you know, it's comfortable, but it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. And if I were to get cold while we were out there, I think I would want to pack up and go home. Like, so that's my biggest fear. So I'm kind of waiting till tomorrow to make a reservation to see how I feel. It's 90 degrees here, according to my dashboard today. So if we went to PA, you could probably, you know, cut some of that off and say it's probably in the 70s, 80s in the mountains where we go. I don't know about West Virginia, and I don't want to camp in the heat either. Our other option was we thought about maybe going to the Renaissance Festival this weekend. I haven't been yet. They're only here till, sorry, I just saw a camper go by and I'm like, oh, I want that. They're only here till the 22nd. And we used to go like 3-4 times a year. And we dress up, the dorks. But we have not been this year. We didn't go at all last year. Finances just never quite worked out. We had people who owed us money and we were taking care of other things, and we just didn't have the extra money. This year we could probably go once or twice, but neither one of us like to go when it's hot, because our costumes are very hot. And you know, there's not a whole lot of shade. I mean, there's a whole lot of shade, but not the areas that we like to hang out in. The other part about going to the Renaissance Festival is the food. Like, that's my favorite part about being there. And I don't know, I mean, how do you put in giant turkey leg, you know, or cheesecake on a stick, or steak on a steak? Like, how do you put that stuff in? Like, I just don't know. I won't be able to weigh, I won't be able to measure, I won't be able to do all that stuff. I don't know. And that's like my favorite part about going. So, I don't know. So that's my two choices for the weekend. It's Wednesday, so I have time to kind of figure it out. I just don't, I'm not sure which one I want to do. And, you know, what I should do is stay home, nurse myself, get myself better, grade some papers, you know, shop, and meal prep. But, you know, I don't want to. I will come this weekend. I'll be like, oh, I should have meal prepped. Oh, something else I want to tell you. So I have a lady at work, a friend of mine at work, who brought me in like a whole bag of clothes. Okay. So she brought me in my size. Now, sweetest thing in the world. She said, you know, I went from the size above you to your size to the size I am now very quickly. And she's probably 3 sizes smaller than me. Very quickly. So I never really wore some of these clothes that are your size. And they're beautiful. I mean, like, I'm wearing one of her dresses right now. And I was like, oh, you know, thank you so much. I love them. I've gotten a lot of compliments on them. So I guess I'm finally wearing my size. Even some of the stuff she brought me is too big. But there was still this part of me that went, you're giving me your fat clothes. Like, and I know she didn't mean it that way. She's not that way. But in my head, I couldn't get beyond the fact that these are her fat clothes. And she doesn't need them anymore. You know? And I haven't really gotten to a point where anything in my closet has become my fat clothes. So it's almost like I'm fitting back into stuff I should have been fitting into, but wasn't, because I was wearing things that were too tight and too small. So now, you know, I don't know. I'm definitely, like, I love the stuff she gave me, and I'm wearing it, and I'm getting lots of compliments, and, you know, everyone's like, oh, I like your dress, and you look so pretty. And I've definitely, people are starting to notice that I've lost weight. You know, my husband has noticed since the very beginning, but, like, you know, my coworkers at work and are starting to notice, so that feels good. Always feels good when someone notices that you've lost weight. Sorry. But I don't know. I can't get over the fact that I know these are her fat clothes. So I don't know what's for dinner tonight. I'll go back there. I will check back in with you tomorrow. I'm hoping that my dogs aren't hiding when I get home because Norm nailed it on. I'm hoping that I'm almost hoping that he left the stuff on the floor so I can clean it up so he doesn't have to. He gets very irritated. So, funny story. I had a dog. It was a little Bichon. Loved him to death. He passed away. We were devastated. But my husband said, I don't want any more dogs because I want to be able to get up and go camping whenever we want, go to the beach, do whatever. And dogs are just destructive, you know, puppies are destructive, and hair and dirt, and he's like, I just don't want it. So I agreed with him. Well, 4 days later, I got Bella, and 2 months after that, I got Dixon. So Bellatrix and Dixon, like Daryl Dixon. So I have 2 big giant black labs, and my husband always says if he had to own dogs, or he has to own dogs, then he loves my 2 dogs. He just doesn't want dogs. So he always points out how we're not dog people because you're not taking care of them, and it's just his way of saying I don't want dogs. So, but you know, they're 2 years old. So we got a long time with them, and I love them. I love them to death, and you know, they got in the trash. That's what dogs do. I'm mad at them, but, you know, it is what it is. So I'm hoping he left it on the floor so I have to clean it up, because if he has to clean it up, it just makes him mad. But then again, looking at the trash on the floor, he's going to be even more mad. So I don't know. I'll let you know tomorrow what his status is as far as that. Sorry. Tomorrow, I plan on my eating being almost identical to today, except for dinner.